Hi, I'm Jinx, and welcome to Anyland. I want to show off the universal health system that I created using some scripts from something Murky Mud created for his Doom level, which was awesome. And basically took those, simplified it, and put it into a thing on the showcase board that anyone can grab. It's clonable. They can copy the two parts of scripts onto their own avatars, and voila, there's my health points right there. I'm at a full health, 100% for me, because I'm humanoid, so, you know, nothing weird. Let me go ahead. I'll head over to the Jinx Mansion lab and kind of explain how it works. Here we go. Okay, so here I am in Jinx Mansion lab, and I'll go ahead and switch to my point of view. Here we go. Yep. And I have two text elements, one that I can see from my point of view and one that other people can see when looking at me, which is, you know, nice. But here's the important part here. Let me open up the showcase board. All right, showcase board, the yellow one on the default, of course. Universal health system. And what do we need? We need this thing right here. I'll just pull it right out. You know, you can pull anything out of a board that's been shared if you're in an area where you are editor. So I'll close that out. This is the McGuffin thing that you need that has scripts. There's scripts on this part and scripts on this part. And you just have to copy them into two parts on your own avatar, and that's it. That's it. And then guns with bullets named 1, 2, or 3 will react to it. I'll explain the tiers of that. So real quick, I'm just going to go into this thing. The red diamond, as an example, I'll just run through this real quick. When any part touches 1, right? So 1. Yeah, 1. Just to highlight it there. 1 being the name of a, ideally, projectile, a bullet, a laser blast, whatever it is. Or having the number 1, the numeral 1, in it. So it could be like bullets 1 or shots 1, you know, anything like that. Then my hit point counter, which is what the variable name is, minus random 5 to 10. So Anyland will pick a number between 5 and 10 inclusive, and subtract that from your total health when you get hit by a projectile named 1 or with 1 in it. Then become next in 0.1 seconds. I'll just show why. State 2 is when starts, then become next in 0.2 seconds. That's kind of a damage mitigator so that you don't take instant damage for every time you get spammed hit. That also helps Anyland calculate things and not overload it. So you see here, it's 1 touches 1, 1 touches 2, and then when a part touches 3, and you can see the damage 5 to 10, 10 to 23, and devastating 99 to 250. So for example, if you are naming a bullet, like from a gun, you probably want to put a 1 in it, right? Because it hurts, but it's not going to kill you. Something more powerful, I suggest like a plasma blast or some sort of big energy burst. Maybe you name it 2, and it'll do 10 to 23, which is a respectable amount of damage, but, you know, not going to kill you in one hit. And then devastating things, you want to name that number 3, so 99 to 250 damage. You know, a rocket launcher, a BFG blast for sure, anything like that. That's just, you know, massive. Why does this go over 100 if I have 100% health? I see you're thinking ahead. Let's look at the scripts on the yellow cube. First, when starts, then is my HP counter equal to 100? When you put on your avatar, whenever you basically warp into any area, it will reset your health to 100. That's your starting health. When is my HP counter greater than 100, then is my HP counter equal to 100. This is a check script that makes it so you can't go over 100 health. So if you drink a health potion, I'll get to those, you can't just start stacking health like crazy. Now, when you copy these into your avatar, feel free to customize that. Maybe you're a robot avatar and you want to say, hey, I'm armored by default, right? So maybe you want your base health to be 150. But make sure you change, this to 150 and that to 150. Or maybe you do want some leeway. Then you say, hey, my base health is 150, but I could go up to 200. So you change these two to 200 to cap yourself. And then this guy is your death script. I'll go away. When is my HP counter less than 0? I could do, and I tried equal to or less than or equal to 0, but it seems to, Anyland seems to check it better when it's just less than 1. And it will catch it if you go into negative as well, which is good. So when your health gets below 1, if you're using integers, i.e. you're dead, you have 0 or less health, then send one nearby, that's you, because the script is on you, so you are the one, and you are the only nearby, to current. Now, current means the current area that you're in. If you stop there with a script and says send one nearby to current, it'll reload you in this area, but it will put you right back, or right exactly where you were. You won't have moved back to the spawn point or anything. So that wouldn't really help if you're playing a game. If you're playing a deathmatch game in Anyland or laser tag or any fun things that anyone can come up with now, once it gets adopted, hopefully. So you do send one current onto start. Start is an arbitrary thing name that I picked because it would be just clear and obvious. So if there is a thing in this area named start, in Jinx Mansion Lab there isn't, whatever. When you die, when your health hits 0 or less, you will get reloaded in this area onto whatever thing is named start. If, this is the cool thing, if there is no thing named start in this current area, it'll put you back at the spawn point, which is extra convenient. So the idea being, it'll work anywhere, in any area at all. Because if you die, you just go back to the spawn point, just like you zoned in to the area. If people make game worlds and deathmatch maps and arenas, you could put a start block. Just anything named start. It can be invisible, uncollidable, just, throw it on the floor. Named start in your arena. You can choose or force people to respawn after dying wherever you want. So it doesn't have to be the spawn point of the area. It could be in a jail. It could be in a waiting room, a holding room, before it allows you to, the gate opens and lets you go back in and stuff. So you can have a timed gate on that. So gives flexibility because it works without needing the start thing, the start named thing, but it also gives that option for it. I also included 2 scripts for healing. Basically, a small healing potion will heal your health 15 to 25. Anyland randomly selects a number inclusive of those. And a large heal here, you'll see, does random 45 to 55. It's just, these were kind of arbitrary for me. It sounded good. Obviously, your avatar, feel free to customize that. I mean, they're just numbers. So if you want a small heal to only do 5 to 10, just do 5 and 10. If you want a large heal to, do up to 100, you could say, I don't know, 60 to 100. That's a good spread. You could even go crazy if you said large heals should be, a real gamble. Do 1 to 100. Feel free, your scripts once you get them on your body, and boom. So the way the heals work, though, is you need to have a thing that when you touches it, when you consume it, etc., when you interact with it somehow, it needs to do when whatever consumed, then tell body small heal or tell body large heal, obviously, because that's what the scripts on your body now are listening to. I say your body because I'm assuming you'll pick this up and you'll use it. So I have a sample. I had a sample. No, we'll do it in the showcase board because that's where it is. Showcase. Universal health system. I have a small heal based on my own potion designs, my old ones, and a jug, which is considered a large heal in this case. These will work, which is kind of cool. But just to show the scripting, I'll move this junk over. When consumed, then place slurping, which is fun, slurping drink gulp. Tell body, small heal. And then, so you can't just keep drinking it over and over and spamming your health all the way up. I do become next in 0.1 seconds. And state 2 is when starts, then destroy all parts. So you'll chug it, it'll go away, etc. Large heal does the same thing, except the command it does is obviously large heal. So we'll keep those there. We'll keep that there. The other thing that you probably want to know is how do you get the 100 above you, or the number value. And it's in this thing right here. If you edit it, you'll see that the 100 changed and now says my HP counter value in brackets. That's the text that you need to type in to make that sync to the my HP counter variable that you're using. And it's personal variable, so it's on you only. So just for example, if you wanted to do it in, pixelated font, you would do bracket, ignore the autocomplete stuff, my HP counter, all one, because it's actually, that's the full name of the variable, space value, because that's what you're checking, the value. And I'll do it in cyan, glowing cyan. Yeah, I like that. Yep. I'm trying to line this up so it looks nice. And, you know, maybe you want to do center so that when it shifts from a 3-digit number to a 2-digit number, it stays centered. So when I hit done, it'll update. Why does it go straight to 100? Because in the yellow block, the first command says when starts, then set to 100. Yeah. So I also have a little demonstrating friend over there, a little android I set up with a gun that will auto fire and shoot me. Awkward, I know, but I want to show the numbers changing and all that. So we'll get this going. Okay, and I'll start getting shot at. I just move into position. 85, 79, every time I get shot here. Now that gun is doing damage with a bullet named 1. And it's doing, you know, X amount of damage every time. Now I can drink a health potion, right? And I'll look up at the number so you can see it. Boom, drank a health potion, got some more health. Let me take a health jug. This is gonna be good. I could tell. Yeah. Haha. I'm feeling pretty good. So a little bit about the weapon system that makes these scripts work and react, that makes these universal, is you saw in the scripts, as I pointed them out, that the damage scripts, the 3 of them, react to things named 1, 2, or 3. Then that can be, you know, just the numeral in the name, or, like I said before, they could be part of the name. So you could do bullet 1 and shot 2 and, you know, BFG 3, that kind of stuff, BFG blast 3. And fun thing is also, if you want to have splash damage, if you have a, say, rocket, and you want it to explode with splash damage, just like in Doom, for example, you can have it so that when your projectile is killed, it emits another thing, that thing being the explosion itself, and that explosion can have a number as its name. So you could have rocket name 2, so it's kind of a moderately weakish, moderate damage rocket. But when it explodes on you and anyone, you know, within a certain, you know, say radius of, it could do damage 2 as well. So you get a double whammy, which, you know, makes sense and is kind of fun. And yeah, so just kind of in my point of view here, I'll show you some of my inventory projectiles I've made over the years. You can see the BFG blast here and the plasma ball and imp fireball, cacodemon fireball from doing some with Doom. So here's just a black sphere that I've used as a kind of gunshot from a musket-looking pistol. And you'll see it's named 1. Very simple. Nothing crazy. Said rocket that I just mentioned, oh, it's got snap angles on it, is named 2. And you'll see when I delete it, it has an explosion effect, which is it emitting something with 0 gravity, or gravity free with 0, so it doesn't go anywhere. Other different things like these ring blaster guys that I like to do. Come back here. There we go. I like the particle effects because they leave a trail, even though they vanish when the thing kills itself. But this is named 1, and again, it blows up by emitting something in its place. So I have a bunch of things like that. This is the arrow from, gosh, a long time ago when I made the video on emitted things and guns. This is the arrow I used for the crossbow from Heretic. Yeah. So it's named 2, and, you know, surprise. Things that you can do with that. Guns, 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 guns. That crossbow. Blink. Right? So I've been doing this with all of my guns, all of them. Every single one of them shoots, well, except for the original ones. But all of these guns that I've made over the years, and I have a bunch of guns. Yeah. I've been doing that since Murky first did his Doom experiments and started creating those scripts for the Doom monsters. So you can go to Murky's Doom level and put on the Doom Guy avatar he provides that has its own health scripts, very similar to the ones that I've basically taken and simplified down for our use. Yeah, you can go play Doom in Anyland thanks to Murky, because he's awesome. And those scripts, like I said, I kind of simplified his ideas there, but kept with his 1, 2, 3 naming scheme that he used for the weapons. And Delco's been doing it. I think Thifa's been doing it. A few other people have all this time. So our weapon's already good to go with this universal health system. So yeah, it's so much fun. Okay, so that was a quick rundown of the scripts, and I think that's the basis of everything. So open up the showcase board, grab that thing, copy the scripts off the red diamond, copy the scripts off the yellow cube, just put them into 2 different parts on your own avatar. And oh, on the showcase board, I also documented all of this, basically everything I just went through on this video, into a big poster board. So you can just grab it, pull it out, read that. I tried to make it as clear as possible. I know when I'm in Anyland and I'm trying to follow instructions, I'd much rather have some text than trying to watch a video while doing it live and pausing and stopping, but I'm in VR, but you know. So I find it to be easier sometimes just to have text, and then text in-game even better. So kind of rambling, but whatever. Yeah, so kind of my hope there is that everyone just picks that up because it's cool and adds it to their avatars, and, you know, we can now do fun stuff in Anyland because we can have games. And if everyone adopts the 1, 2, or 3 named bullets idea for all of your projectiles, that will make it more universal. And yeah, so it's fun. On this avatar, actually, I added, I'm going to show you from my point of view real quick. I actually added a toggle system. All I did was I took the scripts, I moved them 1 state over, made them persistent on the parts, which are actually the hexagons on my chest that turn red when it's on. So I turn that on as a little heartbeat sound. You probably didn't hear because I overtalked, because I turned it off, and now I'm turning it back on. I've got 100 back, and if I switch back to my point of view, I mean external camera, you'll see my hexagons are red, further indicating that I'm vulnerable. I'm in PvP mode. I consent to being attacked. That's just weird, right? So yeah, go ahead and try it out. The scripts are all super customizable. On this avatar, in those 3 scripts that are on the red diamond, I added a comma, space, play, and then picked sound effects. So every time I take damage from one of the 3 tiers of projectiles, named 1, 2, or 3, it'll play a different sound effect when I get hit. And the next thing I want to do is add like my corpse being spawned, emitted, and hitting the ground when my health hits 0 and I'm respawning. So I might have to just add another state and a check. But yeah, fully customizable. The health, you know, like you said, you don't have to do 100 as your base health. You know, try to think of something that might be appropriate. As, you know, as much as you want. Who knows? Whatever. This is Anyland. We can do whatever we want. Cool. One more thing that was just, here's the poster board that I put in the showcase board detailing all of the things here. And Delco should be coming in through the lab any moment here, I think. Because, oh, here he comes. Oh, cool. Great. Cool. So we can test the hit points and all. Hey, Delco. Hey. Whoa. Hey, whoa. Oh, my God. Wait a second. I'm unarmed. Oh, no. This isn't quite what I meant when I said to test the, Oh, phew. I'm still alive. Hey! Jeez. Okay. All right. You know what this means. PvP mode activated.